in here now, and it's October still, so this is part 2 for you on the 1225. We're coming along quite a bit, just not as fast as we thought we were on the firebox. And of course we got 75 here, which will be operating next weekend. The first weekend it's operated here in quite a while. And I had been getting ready for that time. It's been moved back on this track because we had to get some stuff in here. But basically it's been untouched since that time. But the Gremlin should be here on Thursday and get steamed up Friday evening probably, and get worked out and ready to go for Saturday morning. It's going to be doing some caboose rides for our Trains and Treats event next weekend on the 27th. So, as you can see, we got some more stuff in here. We had to get some more tanks for the welding and cutting processes that have been going on in the engine. Also, I should mention 75 will also be operating on the 10th and 11th of November. So, maybe you'll be out here for those trips too. They're short little trips, but anyway. The locomotives had a lot done on it. They've been working overtime, but there's only been 2 or 3 of them working on the stables at a time. Of course, you know, this side's finished. They've actually hadn't done as much with the flexible stables anymore because they're about done, except for this row here that they've been slowly working on. The other side is different. The other side, they finished that actually before this side with the flexible stables. Well, at least putting them in. Now they gotta cap them off. You see on this side, they moved right along here. The entire side is done except for a few stables need to be welded in place, and that will be painted in this next week. But yeah, the flexibles, they started out with nothing and they moved right along the row here up to that point, unlike the other side, which is now at that point after a little while longer. I guess they're trying to even them out and get those done at the same time. They're working on the crown sheet. You see the new piece is still being drilled. Just Bill Byers working on it right now, unless someone else comes in to do it to help him. But it should be going in this next week. I keep saying that, but you know, it's a real long process trying to get this firebox done. We've been moving along on other things, and it's been steady. And so we're still looking for the steam up in January, maybe early February if it has to go on any further. We'll let you know. I'll let you know during that time when it is. See, the washout plugs at the end here have already been installed, and now we're working on the brackets for like the throttle and some other pieces which have been sandblasted over there and will be primered. I think they're primering them outside right now. So yeah, you saw the firebox door in the last one. That was one that they done recently. Down here is pretty much all the same. It's still same clear black. I was gonna get in here last week to do some macro epoxy on the front end here, but it got warm last week and it was raining, so everything got condensation on it from the temperature change. So, and you can't paint on a wet boiler. So I ended up going inside the boiler and working on the tube sheet, trying to get that all ground down as much as possible. Now, if you're up on current events, I bet you've heard of the Big Ten recently. Yesterday, I want to congratulate you Wolverine fans. You beat us after 4 years, I believe. So, good game, but I'm still remaining Spartan Green here. And I thought, as a point to make, you can come out here and volunteer. Anyone can volunteer out here. It's just one thing. This locomotive remains the Spartan locomotive, no matter what. So you can come out here and work on it. It's still going to be known as that, as well as the Polar Express and wherever else. So, yeah. I wonder why U of M doesn't have its own locomotive. Of course, they got rid of their trains after their power plant switched over to pipeline, so I don't know. I think one of their engines survives at Strasburg Railroad today, but it's because of Michigan State that this engine survives, so I'm kind of happy. So, yeah. Not to gloat or anything. You guys have a great school and all, but still, I wish you guys would have thought about getting a steam locomotive yourselves, and then we'd have two. But anyway, yeah, good game yesterday, and although State lost, I still like that it was a close game, and it was pretty good. Unlike those lopsided ones that happen every now and then, especially here in the Big Ten, where we really need to start sending teams to the Rose Bowl that can win the Rose Bowl. But I digress, because of us fans, we have our own troubles. But here's the tube sheet. It has been finished with the grinding, or so it looks like. Maybe some, right though, those smaller holes, they need to be shined up a little bit, but this was the easiest grinding part that we've done. So yeah, the tubes will be going in soon as we get the firebox done. Hopefully. See them still over here. And hopefully be painting the boiler too. So that's what's going on. We had our last fall color trip the other day, and we're moving on to trains and treats next week with the Halloween thing going on. So yeah, if you got time, buy a ticket, come on out. And we'll be having stuff to do before North Pole Express as well. So yeah, whatever you can do to help support us. Again, go to our website or Indiegogo.com. I mentioned in an earlier video that website, and we're still trying to raise a lot of our money through. And it made a big jump from $1,000 to about $4,000 in about, I think it was 5 days after we got sent out a big email. So we're at about 1% of what we want to raise, but if it could jump that high, we're still hoping for good stuff. And of course, donate anywhere you can. Okay, well, maybe we'll see you either later this month or next month in November. So until then, 1225, update number 2 for October.